Greetings, friends. How are you? I am Syed Musab Rahim Hashmi, Indian advocate who has recently done LLM International Law from the United Kingdom. So, in my friend circle, when I tell that I am also guiding people related to international law, various people discuss various things. Today, I am going to address two major issues which NRIs face, especially in the smaller and medium sized countries, and I'll address those issues, and also I'll try to give you a solution for those things. So please forward this video to your those friends who are working abroad but in medium and smaller countries. Though this issue can happen in larger places also. The first one is about lost passport and how to make another passport. And the second issue is about agents, unscrupulous agents who give you big promises that you'll get so much salary, they'll give you accommodation, food, etc. And then once you land there, they don't get in touch with you. They don't know what happens with you, you don't know what happens with them, and they may change their numbers and not get in touch with the people whom they have, the workers whom they have brought abroad. These are the two most common issues which are coming, and these are usually coming in medium and smaller sized countries. In the large developed countries, this is a bit less, though it may happen. So the first thing is in a scenario in which you have lost your passport being abroad, and then you don't like the country, you want to come back to India, or even if you want to stay in the country, it's a good thing to stay internationally having your passport. It's not good that you don't have your passport. So you may have lost your passport maybe in the bus or in the train or at your house, at your working place, or wherever you have lost it. You must try to recollect, you must try to remember where you have lost it, because these things are crucial in order to file the complaint. Otherwise, then there will be difficulty in getting your second copy of passport. The first thing is you try to remember on which day, at which time, at which place you lost your passport. Then you have to Google your nearest police station, your nearest police station abroad, in which country you are in that place. So you Google your nearest police station, and then physically you have to go to that police station and tell them that you have lost your passport, and they will ask you where you have lost your passport. You have to tell the place, the time, and the day where you have lost it. Then they may do further inquiries. They may check your mobile data, your phone, whether the day and time in which you are claiming that you lost your passport, whether really you were there, whether really you were traveling from there to there. If you were on the bus, you can show them the bus ticket if that country has the bus ticket, and those things. Then they'll take some time. They may also contact the other police stations in the entire city, or sometimes they may also contact other police stations in the entire country and try to find out whether your Indian passport was found in some other jurisdiction, whether it was found in some other place or police station. In that case, it will take time, and if they find your lost passports, well and good. Salute to the international police, and they will give you the passport, and you can happily stay with your passport. Or you, if you want to return back home to India, you can come back. But then after the police inquiry, if they find that the passport is nowhere to be found, then you can request for a FIR, or they may call it as a police complaint or a police complaint copy, saying that so and so person has lost his or her passport at so and so place, at so and so time, at so and so date. They may give you a complaint after doing the entire inquiry, and they are satisfied that really your passport has been lost. They'll give you a letter. And then, if that letter is in another language apart from English, because the Indian Embassy, it functions on English as the official language, and there is a team to speak in Hindi as well. So you'll have to get a notarized translation of the police complaint about your lost passport. You get a notarized complaint some places at the same time, wait for 1 hour, 2 hours, or the next day, or 2, 3 working days. Because sometimes the notarized things, the offices are set up, they take 10, 20, 100 papers, they have notary of various things, they take it to the notary advocate who's much senior person, they take all the papers there, get it signed and stamped, get it back. So you must have a notarized translation of the police complaint of your lost passport if it has been genuinely, really, truly been lost. Then you take that police complaint to the respected Indian embassy. In whichever country you are, in most of the countries you have an Indian embassy or you have an Indian consulate where you can take it. Or in a neighboring larger country, you may have a Indian consulate or embassy. You take the complaint there, show it to them, and then if they are satisfied with the complaint, they will tell you, ठीक है, okay, apply online for the replacement passport. Nowadays, things have become more online, and they're trying to eliminate the middlemen and the agents who used to take a lot of money to make the passport and other things. So if you have a laptop or a computer or a phone, you can apply. You put all your details, passport number, name, father's name, mother's name, spouse, and your Indian address and the address in which you are staying abroad, and the Indian phone number and the phone number which you have abroad, and your email address. And you take a printout of that. Then there's a disclaimer that is there any cases pending on you in India or abroad. Various things of check boxes are there. You can read them. Whatever suits to your situation, you can tick those boxes, and then your online passport application form is submitted. And presently, as of today, there is no fees to be paid when you apply online. Once you take the printout of that form, you have to stick your photograph on that. By the way, if there is any urgency, if somebody is unwell and you have evidence for that, medical reports, etc., from India, and you want to travel soon, so you can also attach those medical reports and request for a urgent travel document. Urgent travel document of the Indian passport, you have it in white color. You can take that and once travel back directly to India. And when you travel back at the airport itself, they'll take an interview, what had happened, what is the detail of the things, and they'll stamp it as cancelled. And later on, when you go home, you can reapply for the fresh, proper blue official passport of India if you want to travel again abroad. So you take the printout of the passport application form, affix your photograph, your signature, your thumb impression in the boxes provided, and then you physically take it with the original FIR copy, the original police complaint, the notarized English translation of the police complaint, and your Aadhaar card if you have one, and the Xerox of the lost passport, the copy of the lost passport if you have. You may have stored it in your email, Google Drive, somewhere. You can print it out and attach that. It will make the process easier from the embassy side. You can attach all those things and then take it to the embassy, physically submit it and pay the fees. Fees may be around 80 to 100 US dollars plus or minus. The fees keeps on changing because various printing agencies are involved. Sometimes in some countries VFS is involved, in some countries directly embassy is involved. So you pay the official fees in the embassy or the VFS, whichever authorized agent is there from the government of India to receive the passport application. Then if it is a travel document, you may get it in 10 working days. If it is a original passport, then in few countries they have Indian passport printing there itself. In few countries it gets printed from India and comes there. So depending on those intricacies, you may either get it in 1 month or you may also get it in 2 months. This is not a commitment from my side. You can check online and ask the embassy staff. It varies depending on workload, printing load, administrative workload, etc. Various things will be there, and then they'll do an inquiry of you a policeman will go to your place in India and check whether your address, Indian address, is correct or not, and your Armenian address. If the Indian embassy wants, they can request the abroad address to be checked by the police in that country. So these are the things after which you will get your passport. You can either come to the embassy and take, and at some in some countries they post it to your address abroad. So this is the first common issue which happens because the people who go newly from India abroad, sometimes they are workers, sometimes they are laborers. They may be living in camps. In one room, four people, three people may be living. It will be chaotic. The bags will be everywhere. And somebody is cooking the food, somebody is cleaning, somebody is focusing on the work. So because of all those chaos, the things stuff may get mixed up, things may get lost, a lot of confusion may happen. And in so many countries, you need to carry your passport in your pocket. If you are a foreigner, you need to travel everywhere with your passport. So in that scenario, usually in India, when you travel, you don't carry your passport. But when you are abroad in those countries where traveling with your passport is necessary, you always have it in your pocket. So there's more chances of the passport getting lost. And then you may be shifting accommodation frequently. First, initially, you may come in a hotel, then go to a rented house, and you may go shift to a place which is nearer to your working place. So, because of multiple shifting, because of always carrying your passport, because of sharing the accommodation with 4 5 other Indian people, there's more chances of your things getting lost. So, one of them is passport. It gets lost so many times for so many reasons. You can apply by doing the police complaint, taking the police complaint to the embassy, pay the fees, apply online, then take the printout to the embassy, and then you get your passport. If you want to stay in the country, you can stay. If you want to go back, you can go back. This is the first common problem which happens to NRIs who are going abroad to smaller and medium countries. Within a period of, say, after arriving abroad, this issue may happen from 0 to 3 months, 6 months, 1 year. Usually, after 1 year, your house is set. If you are successful there financially, you don't frequently shift your house, you don't share your house with anybody. So, when you have a permanent rented accommodation and you have financial stability and there's no sharing, at that time, usually things don't get lost. So, this problem usually occurs within 1 year of an Indian going abroad, and that's the solution for that. And the second common problem is about unscrupulous agents giving you unrealistic expectations about salary, unrealistic expectations about working hours, unrealistic expectations about accommodation, and expectations about food and everything abroad. They may take few lakhs of rupees from you in India, saying that they will take you abroad to ABC country, and then you'll get free food, free accommodation. You just have to work 4 hours, 5 hours. It's all managerial work. You just have to sit on the desk with the computer. But after going there, either they may not be in contact with you, or they may not give you the job which they promised, or they may not give you the accommodation, they may not give you the food which they promised. In this scenario, what has to be done? Let's begin with the prevention and then we'll go for the cure, and then I have a suggestion in the last. For prevention, whenever you are going to an agent in India, in any state, and discussing about you going abroad with his help and guidance by getting the proper visa, documentation, hotel booking, job interview, and appointment letters, etc. Try to get maximum things on paper. Try to make a contract between you and the agent saying that he is planning to send you to ABC country in these many days. This is the cost, this is the breakup of the cost, this is the visa fees, this is the ticket fees, this is the accommodation expense for few days, this is the food expense for few days, and then have it in writing. Or if you have any advocate friend, take him along so that he can also communicate with them and make a document, make an agreement saying that The agent is sending you to ABC country for this purpose, for this fees, and if you go there and join the job which he has promised, then this agreement ends. If he does not give you the accommodation, this is the fine. If he does not give you the food, this is the fine. If he does not give you the job which he said, this is the fine. Like in development of buildings, there's A landlord, B is the builder. You have an agreement on paper, no? He is constructing 5 floors. He is constructing 4 floors. 2 floors are for the landowner. 2 floors are for the builder. Flat number 101 is for A. Flat number 102 is for B. Similarly, have a contract, have a paper, documentary evidence. So if the agent is planning to dupe you, then he may rethink that whether he should dupe you or not. This is the prevention part at an individual level. And then once you have landed there and this problem has occurred, so the issue comes about jurisdiction. Jurisdiction in that in a way you did the initial payment in India. So whether you will report it to the Indian police in the state in which that problem has occurred, but the thing is that when he has taken money here and you were sent abroad, after reaching abroad, the problem which you were facing about not getting the job or accommodation or food, the problem started there. So in that way, that is the jurisdiction. So you must report to that police, abroad police. So this is the issue which usually people suffer in their mind. So it's always better to report to both of them. You report to the police station, the police station in which jurisdiction you gave the initial payment, and also report it at the place where you are staying now. When you report it abroad, so in few countries they may not know English, they may have their own language. So try to explain them by taking a local friend who knows the local language. You may use Google Translate, you may use Chat GPT, various apps to translate, or preferably take a local friend who will come to the police station and file a complaint for you. So the complaint has to be done in two places, in the Indian police station and in the police station abroad. And please do not misuse the knowledge which you have in order to threaten or scare the genuine agents and people who help people go abroad. Because anyhow, once you make the police complaint in both the places, in India and abroad, they'll not blindly implement on whatever you are asking. No? They will do an inquiry. They will check the cell phone data, the location data, the country stamps, when somebody entered, when somebody exited the country, the payment transactions, the payment which you have done from bank to bank, if you have done from bank to bank, or GPay, PhonePay, online methods, if you have done the payment physically, the receipts, the accommodation where you are staying, the location data of that, the location data of the person who is claiming to be the agent. Sometimes the agent may be in India, agent may be abroad, there may be an excess of agents, few of them sitting in India, few of them sitting abroad. So you have to make complaint to both the places along with the evidences what you have. And then this is a thing which I am suggesting to people, that you suggest to the authorities, to the government people, those who make the rules and regulations, that a lot of fields are regulated, like advocacy is regulated, medical field, doctors are regulated, you have medical council, they may change its name in near future. You have the physiotherapy council, you have the nursing council, then for to become a teacher you have to do B.Ed. So for various things, to become a pilot you have to do the pilot exams. To drive the vehicle you have to get a driving license. To become a CA you must write chartered accountant exams. Is it not? Similarly, for travel agents and for employment agents and for abroad agents, or for agents who guide people traveling abroad, this is a common problem which is happening. Like more than 50% of the agents, or a little bit less than 50% of the agents, wantedly or unwantedly, they are doing a lot of confusion for the clients. So this is not a good thing. No? Instead of solving 10,000 NRI cases per year, if you make a rule and regulation that to open a travel agency, this is the procedure. You have to report. Like for GST, you have reporting. Every month you have to report. Every 3 months you have to give the balance sheet. Every 6 months, every 1 year you have to do the reporting. Similarly, for the travel agents, for the international job providing agencies, anybody is making a poster, oh, XYZ country in Europe, 1 lakh rupees salary, heavy driver, phone number. It's going on Facebook, it's going on Instagram, it's going on YouTube. Anybody and everybody is making any poster and advertising for any job in any country, and nobody is asking them. So there has to be more regulation for this field. This is my humble request to those who can take it to the authorities ahead. So today we discussed two common problems: lost passport and getting the Indian passport after losing your original passport abroad. And the second is about the job agents and travel agents who wantedly or unwantedly misinform you about what are the things which you are going to get abroad once you are abroad. Another thing which happens is agents use the help of sub agents. He takes the money in India, he says he'll send you abroad in 1 month time, this is the fees. He keeps some profit, he gives that money to some other agent in some other state. He keeps some profit, he gives the money to some other agent abroad. He may keep profit, he may give it to some other agent in another country. So it is becoming an international nexus. It is becoming a international organized civil wrong in which the innocent Indians who are laborers, who are heavy drivers, who are painters, who are plumbers, electricians, blue collar workers, white collar workers, who are not that much aware of paperwork and procedure. They are just listening, okay, 1 lakh salary abroad, done. This is the fees. He goes home, he sells his mother's gold, he sells his farmland, he sells his property, brings the money, gives to the agent. Agent keeps half, gives to somebody else. He keeps half, gives to somebody else. Somebody else gives visa. Then the visa which they are giving them is travel visa. If you are going for work, why do you go on a travel visa? Don't spoil the name of the country. No, when you are going for work, you go for in work visa. What you think you say, what you say you do. That way you increase and enhance the name of our country. Okay, bye bye.